this is such an amazing story about second chances. How did that aspect of the movie resonate with you?
Well, I think we all have things that we look back at and we regret or we wish that we had handled differently or we feel like we could, if we could only have a second go at it. And, I think that this really resonated with me in that way. And Mike's story is an extraordinary one. And that's what, as an actor, as storytellers, that's what we're always looking for, is a real human connection and a human story. And this leapt off the page at me. And then the next thing we look for is who's making it. Because are we going to be able to make the film, as good as this story is? And, Rod Lurie and Mark Ciardi, phenomenal filmmakers involved. So I'm really proud of what we've done and of Mike.
I love that. So I heard you were also 59 when you started filming this, which is crazy because it's like you're literally stepping into the shoes that Mike had to go through, going back onto that field and all of that. What was it like to fully embody that then for you, literally at the same age?
Well, at first it was nothing but thrilling. I was like, I'm going to finally get a chance to get back out on the field after all these years. And then I got on the field and I looked at all these 20-something-year-old studs and I was like, oh no, I've made a terrible mistake. And especially when I started running into some of these guys. And you're a lot more brittle, as it turns out, when you're 59. Things kind of crack and stuff. So it was the agony and the ecstasy. It was the best of times and the worst of times. What other great piece of literature can I quote? No, it's just a phenomenal experience. A lot of fun, exciting, and a little scary.
You truly embodied like that picture of like fatherhood that Mike went through. It's so funny to have you, Mike, right here as I'm asking Michael this. I'm like, yeah, hey, no, seriously. Embodying that message of like fatherhood and family, what do you want like the families that go see this to walk out like really sticking to them with what you did in the movie?
Well, in my world, in my life, there's nothing more important than my family. My wife, my children. I'm about to be a grandfather, and Mike's a grandfather. Did you know this?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Number of times over. You're a granddad, right? So
11 times.
Yeah, 11 times over. So, and that's that and your friends, that's what life is. That's what life is about, So the fact that this is a movie that is absolutely about family and family connection and redemption. I don't know of a better, and also football, football, family, and your faith, sir, right?
Yeah.
What's better than that?
You played literally the oldest linebacker in college history, well, like in football history. Like, he did. You did. That's true. Yeah. Like, what was it like then stepping into those shoes as you also got to meet Mike on set and like really captivate his role and his person? Because Mike's a real person. So like, what was like your process for that?
Well, it was thrilling, but it was also a little daunting to have Michael there. Because it was a little intimidating. Like, did he like it? Is he looking? Did he hate it? And I wanted to get it right. Listen, my father and my grandfather and my parents were in my head the whole time too, because my father would say to me, listen, nothing's worth doing if you don't do it right. And if you don't do it with your whole heart and soul. And that's the way I approach everything in my life, whether it's being a parent or my acting roles or whatever it is. So if I'm playing somebody, especially a real person, it's an homage of sorts, right? So you want to do them justice. You want to make sure that you tell their story in a way that, works and makes sense and is real, and that people can relate to and respond to. So I felt really good about that at the end of this picture. I felt like we did that. We certainly threw our hearts and our bodies at it. Hey everybody, go see The Senior in theaters September 19th.